Hi, Prasad here. In this video, we are going to see that second exercise on addition of vectors from your intermediate textbook. Let us first look into the solved examples. We saw that equation to the line passing through the point A bar and parallel to a vector B bar is R bar is equal to A bar plus PB bar. Now we know that if we give different values to t, we get different points on the line. So that is what R bar represents. R bar represents different points on this line. How I get this is very important. How do I get different points here? How does it represent different points? As you keep giving different values to t, you keep getting different points to R bar and they all lie on this line. That is what we observed. Now, on this line, from this point A bar, let me call this as, let me denote this by A. From this point A bar, or from this point A, if I want a point that is at a distance of 10 units on this line, then giving t is equal to 10, you won't get that point. No. If you want to get that point that is at a distance of 10 units from here, not only you should give t equal to 10 here, this should be unit vector. So if this is unit vector, that is very important. If this is unit vector, then giving t is equal to 10, you will get a point that is at a distance of 10 units from here. Or if you give t equal to minus 10, you will get a point again that is at a distance of 10 units from this, because we have 2 points on this line at a distance of 10 units from here. So give t equal to 10, t equal to minus 10 to get those 2 points. But before all that, you should remember that this has to be unit vector. That is very important. And one more thing, like if the base vectors are I bar, j bar, k bar, then we know that this point A bar and the vector B bar, I can write them in terms of I bar, j bar, k bar. So, if A bar is A1 I bar plus A2 j bar plus A3 k bar, that is A bar, plus T into B bar is say B1 I bar plus B2 j bar plus B3 k bar. Now that is R bar this side. Now R bar, it's a varying point. So for fun I can represent R bar as Xi bar plus Yj bar plus Zk bar. That will be your R bar. Varying point there. Okay? So what did I tell you? 2 points. One is like if the basis vectors are I bar, j bar, k bar, and if A bar and B bar, if you represent like this, if you wish, your R bar can be represented like this in terms of varying quantities x, y, z. So you keep giving different values to t, you keep getting different things over here. You know that because we have two vectors and equal to is there in between, we can equate the corresponding components and you will get the points on the line as an ordered triad x, y, z, which is same as xi bar plus yj bar plus zk bar. Okay, one more point also I told you that if you want whatever the point is there at a distance of r units from here, you not only give t equal to r, you should also keep this as unit vector. Don't forget that. Now coming to the solved examples. Now this first problem, it is showing nose in stuff like this. This is minus like that. Unnecessarily he gave this one, but anyways he has given, so we will do even the way is like that. Okay. So vector methods, you have to find the equation of the line whose intercepts on the axis are A and B. So we know that the line is passing through the points A, 0 and 0, B. So this only writing them as two-dimensional vectors. This first one we know that it is a bar, and the second one we know that this is nothing but bj bar. Now he gave us 2 points. So if I want to apply the formula r bar is equal to a bar plus tb bar, I know that this is a point on the line and this is a vector along the line. So here I am given 2 points. In this problem I am given 2 points. Okay, so I make one vector along the line. You see the points on the line are a comma 0, 0 comma b. Now I make a vector along the line. So for the vector along the line, we know that this minus this gives a vector along the line. So this minus this, bj bar minus ai bar is a vector along the line. Now we have vector along the line and we have point on the line. You can take any point. For fun I am taking this point. This point is nothing but ai bar. Then equation to the line is nothing but r bar is equal to point plus t into vector along the line, bj bar minus ai bar. Or rearranging the things over here, I will get a minus ta into I bar plus tbj bar I get. Now what I do is that r bar I will write that varying point as xi bar plus yj bar. And now look at the basis vectors I bar and j bar. We know that they are non-collinear. Therefore, I can equate the corresponding components. So I will have x is equal to a minus ta, that is a into 1 minus t, that is x, and y is equal to tb. I just equated corresponding components. X is this and y is this. And for you keep giving different values to t, you keep getting different points x comma y, x coordinate, y coordinate on this line. Now if you don't want it like that, we simply eliminate this parameter t. Observe that from here t is nothing but y by b. From these two equations, if I eliminate the parameter t, observe that from this equation I have x by a is equal to 1 minus t, and from here I have y by b is equal to t. So writing the value of t from this or here, this is y by b. Okay, so what do I get? Writing this value of t over here, I will have x by a is equal to 1 minus y by b, and thereby bringing this to the left hand side, you have your line equation the way you want. X by a plus y by b is equal to 1. Moving on to next solved example. Using the vector equation of the straight line passing through 2 points, prove that the points whose position vectors are so and so are collinear. So let's first find equation to the line passing through 2 points a bar and b bar. And now either you can directly apply the formula that you already have, or once again first you make the vector, point, vector, apply r bar equal to a bar plus tb bar, 1 point and 1 vector. Or you can directly apply the formula for 2 points that we have already derived. R bar is equal to 1 minus t into a bar plus tb bar. So that is the line passing through these 2 points. Now we want to show that these 3 points are collinear. So we show that this point satisfies this line equation. So in the place of r bar, what I do is I verify, like the way we do in 2D coordinate geometry, like that I will do. I substitute the point and I show that it is satisfying the line equation. Okay, then I can say that I can conclude the points are collinear. So substituting the point 3a bar minus 2b bar, I verify whether it satisfies this line equation or not. There is a small technical drawback in the solution over here that I will explain in one of our online classes. Now, right now, what I do is I equate the corresponding components, the components of A bar and B bar. I equate them and I get 3 is equal to 1 minus t and minus 2 is equal to t. I want you to observe that whatever the value of t I am getting from this, it is matching with the t value that you already have from the second equation over here. That means the point as it is satisfied, as this is satisfied, I understand that the point lies on this line. That means all the points are collinear. Let's move on to next solved example. In the third solved example, he is asking us to find equation of the line parallel to this vector and passing through the point whose position vector is so and so. Okay, so it is so simple. R bar is equal to A bar plus TB bar, where A bar is the point. The point is 3I bar plus J bar minus K bar plus T into vector, which is nothing but 2I bar minus J bar plus 2K bar. So you have the line equation that he asked for. Now we on this line we want point P such that AP is equal to 15. The way he has given the solution is nice, but what did I tell you? If you want to have things like this, that means you see now we have a line and on this we have this point A, that is 3I bar plus J bar minus K bar. Now you want a point that is at a distance of 15 units from A. So we know that we can find two such points, one to the right of A, one to the left of A, like that, at a distance of 15 units. And to find those points, what did I tell you? Give t equal to either plus 15 or minus 15, but keep this as unit vector, I said. So we just do that. So it is R bar is equal to 3I bar plus J bar minus K bar plus T into, I keep this vector as unit vector. So to make it into unit vector, I observe that I just have to divide this by magnitude. Its magnitude root of 4 plus 1 plus 4, that is 3. So I just divide that by 3. So it is 2I bar minus J bar plus 2K bar by 3. Okay, and now this being unit vector, whatever the value of t you give here, you get the point that is at a distance of those many units from A. So if I give t is equal to plus 15, I'll get vector lying on one side, minus 15, you'll get vector lying on the other side. For fun, I'll give t equal to minus 15 and I'll get R bar equal to 3I bar plus J bar minus K bar. In the place of t, if I write minus 15, I cancel things here, I'll get minus 5 after cancelling 3. So multiplying with minus 5, I'll have minus 10I bar plus 5J bar minus 10K bar, or simplifying I have it as minus 7I bar plus 6J bar minus 11K bar is one of the points that is at a distance of minus 15 units from A. So as you can see, we have found this point. Okay. Similarly, by giving t is equal to 15, in here, giving t equal to 15, you can get this point. I leave it there. Coming to the next solved example, we have line joining the pair of points and line joining another 2 points. We have to prove that they intersect at a point minus 4c bar. Now actually, I don't like the way the question is asked. Such a wrong way of asking. Why I am saying I don't like is, you can see that already on this line minus 4c bar is there. So it is enough if I show that minus 4c bar lies on this line. Over. He should have asked for find the point of intersection of line joining these 2 points and the line joining these 2 points, then we would have shown it as minus 4c bar. But anyways, the way he asked, we have to do. So though he gave like this, I am going to do the way I just said. I am considering line joining these two, going to consider line joining these two, then going to find the point of intersection of those two lines. So basically in this problem we are going to learn how to find point of intersection of two lines. That is what we are going to learn here. So line joining the first 2 points, these are the points. Okay, so you can go for r bar is equal to a bar plus tb bar. I prefer that, a bar plus tb bar, where b bar is vector along this line. So it is very easy to see the vector along this line. Okay, this minus this gives me a vector along the line, this minus this. So r bar is equal to a bar, means the point I am taking. You can see that it is easy for me if I take the point as 4c bar. So I can take any point, I am taking this point minus 4c bar. And then what else I take? Plus t into vector along the line. Simply take this minus this. I get a vector along the line. So that is 6a bar minus 4b bar plus 8c bar. I have vector along the line. Similarly, I am going for equation to the second line. So I take this as point, and for vector I take this minus this. You can do anything. The vector will lie along the same line. So the point I am taking minus a bar minus 2b bar minus 3c bar plus t into vector will be 2a bar plus 4b bar minus 2c bar. I want you to observe that if I wish, I can cancel a 2 also, still I have a vector lying along the same line. All that you need over here is a vector lying along the same line. So this minus this, I got vector, okay, I'll adjust with that vector. Now what am I looking for? I am looking for point of intersection of these two lines. Okay, say this is first line, second line, first one, second one. I want their point of intersection. To find the point of intersection, what I do is, you see, for different values of t, this r bar is there, it takes different points on this line for different values of t. And here, this also, for different values of t, this r bar, it takes different points on this line. Now, we are looking for their point of intersection. You see, if I call the point of intersection as p, for some value of t, this r bar will become p, because this r bar for different values of t, it takes different points on this line. So for some value it becomes p, and similarly for some value over here for t, this r bar as it moves on this line, this r bar for some value of t, it becomes this. So say here for alpha, this r bar became p, and here, say here you get 10 here, say then this r bar became p. But here for the same 10, it need not become this point. This time this may become p while moving on this line, this may become p for t is equal to minus 23. So these two values of t for which these become p need not be same. So here for some value, say if you give t itself here, if for t it becomes r bar over here, then this need not become p for the same t. So we use some other symbol here, say s we use. Understood? So I am using t and s for p. I hope you understood. If I do that, I will have it as p is equal to, taking t there, it will be minus 4c bar plus t into 6a bar minus 4b bar plus 8c bar is same as the same p from this line. In the place of t, I am assuming s there. So it will be minus a bar minus 2b bar minus 3c bar plus s into 2a bar plus 4b bar minus 2c bar. Usually what you see is people writing here itself yes. It doesn't matter. Okay, you can use any symbol. Anyways, now these two are equal and he gave in the problem that a bar, b bar, c bar are non-coplanar basis vectors. Therefore, you know that I can equate corresponding components on both the sides. So, equating components of a bar on both the sides. I want you to observe that now this is left hand side, this is right hand side for me. Okay, for this equal to LHS, RHS. Now I am equating components of a bar on both the sides. On the left hand side for a bar it is 60 and on the right hand side, okay, let me first write for a bar on the left hand side 60 and on the right hand side for a bar it is minus 1 here and one more time a bar is there, that is 2s here, 2 into s. So what I get is on the right hand side it is 2s minus 1. And now I compare components of b bar on both the sides. For b bar on the left hand side, b bar is only at one place and the component is minus 4t. And on the right hand side, I have again b bar at two places. You can see that here it is 4s and here it is minus 2. So I am getting minus 4t is equal to 4s minus 2. And now for c bar. For c bar on the left hand side I have at two places c bar. Here 8t and this is minus 4. So it is 8t minus 4 equal to on the right hand side c bar again at two places. So this is minus 3 here and here minus 2s for c bar. Minus 2 into s and a minus 3. So that is minus 2s minus 3. And now we got three equations, but observe that to find the point of intersection only two unknowns are enough, s and t. Two linear equations are enough. Now what we do is actually we can solve any two of these three equations. You can solve any two. After solving those, we verify whether the values of s and t that you got, they are satisfying the third equation or not. If they satisfy the third equation, then you can say that they are intersecting. If they do not satisfy, that means lines are not intersecting. And if they satisfy, putting one of the values, either t value here or s value here, you will get your point of intersection. So we are going to solve for s and t values and we are going to solve only two of these equations. For fun, I am taking these two equations which I got by equating components of a bar and b bar. So I observe that while solving for fun, I multiply this by a 2. I will get called t is equal to 4s minus 2 I am getting. Thereby, if I subtract one from the other, I am solving these two. So I multiplied this by a 2, now I am subtracting. You can see that I am getting 16t is equal to or minus 16t is 0. You can see that I am getting t equal to 0. Understood? Now using t is equal to 0 over here, I am getting s is equal to 1 by 2. Using t equal to 0, I have s equal to 1 by 2. So put that value of t equal to 0 or in here and you can see that from that you will have s equal to 1 by 2. You got both the values of t and s. Now let us see whether these values satisfy this equation or not. Putting t equal to 0, LHS becomes minus 4 and putting s equal to minus 1 by 2, RHS is also minus 4. So these values, they are satisfying this. That means the lines are intersecting. Now for the point of intersection, we put either t value here or s value here. It is easy. Put t equal to 0 here you can see that point of intersection is minus 4c bar as he is expecting. I hope you understood. I leave the problem there. Let's move on to next problem. In the next solved example, once again it is point of intersection, but this time with a line and a plane. So I have a plane, say this palm, it is plane. Now we have a line intersecting the plane. You have to find this point of intersection of line and plane. So that is what we are going to do now. Okay? Okay, for that I have a plane here, whatever he has given, and I have line there. We have to find this point of intersection. I want you to observe that for different values of t, this gives different points on this line. So for some particular value of t, this point r bar becomes this point. For some value of t, let that value be t itself, because I don't know what value of t. So this point, it is 2a bar plus b bar plus t into b bar minus c bar. I write like that. Or you can also write it as 2a bar plus 1 plus t into b bar minus tc bar. Okay. Once I have the value of t, I write the t value here. You got your point of intersection of line and plane. All that you need is that point t. Now I want you to observe that as for this value of t, the point on this line becomes this point. Observe that this point lies on the plane. Therefore, this point, as it lies on the plane, it has to satisfy the plane equation. Now this is the equation to the plane, and this is any point. So that means this point is also denoted by r bar for some values of x and y. Now that point we are saying becoming this point. So r bar is this as well as this now. Two ways of representing r bar. This point r bar. This is one way and this is another way. Both are r bar only. Therefore, we equate these two now. So I will have this point is equal to a bar plus x into b bar plus c bar plus y into a bar plus 2b bar minus c bar for some values of x and y. It becomes this point. And now all that left is to find either the value of t or the values of x and y. Now for that, what I do is, once again observe that this I can rewrite, and I'll have 1 plus y into a bar. I am just rearranging the terms over here. 1 plus y into a bar plus x plus 2y into b bar. All b bars I am writing at one place. Here x for b bar, and for b bar here 2y. So x plus 2y into b bar. Similarly, I write for c bar, I will get x minus y into c bar I will get. And now these two, you see this is this point, and this is also this point only. That means for the same point, this is one representation, this is one representation. We are saying these two are equal. So as these two are equal, corresponding components, because a bar, b bar, c bar are non-coplanar, corresponding components must be equal. So what do you get from that? Equating components of a bar, 1 plus y is 2, and for b bar, that is x plus 2y is equal to 1 plus t, and for c bar, it is x minus y is equal to minus t. I just compared components from here and here. Okay, so this is what you got. And now I see that from here y value is nothing but 1. Using that y value over here, I have x plus x plus 2 is equal to 1 plus t, and also using here I have x minus 1 is equal to minus t. And now what am I getting? I solve these two equations for x and t. I observe that if I write this equation over here, okay, for fun, this one I can write x plus 1 is equal to t, and this is this only, and from here I write x minus 1 is equal to minus t. I add them, you can see that I am getting x is equal to 0. Using x is equal to 0 here or here, doesn't matter, you can see that your t value is nothing but 1. And now you got your point of intersection. You simply substitute that t value over here, t is equal to 1. If you put over here t value, you get the point of intersection as I write over here the point of intersection, putting t equal to 1, it is 2a bar plus 2b bar minus c bar. You should get the same value even if you substitute in this place those values of x and y. We got y equal to 1 and we got x is equal to 0. So if I put those values of x and y over here, then also you should have the same thing. You see, if you put y is equal to 1, then it is 2a bar as we already got, and y is 1, x0, 2b bar, and x0, y1 minus c bar. The same thing you can get either from this or from this. I hope you understood. So in the process, in the fourth problem, we saw how to find point of intersection of two lines. Now in this problem, how to find the point of intersection of a line and plane. Please, both are important. Learn them properly.